You know, guys, I really tried to warn you. I tried to warn all of you regarding Disney Star Wars. I said it. I said Disney Star Wars has been dead for a very long time. It's something that I refuse to touch. I really do. And now I'm questioning it because I feel like I could have got a lot of rage clicks off of this latest episode that has come out about the Mandalorian. But even though I'm not watching a TV show and I'm not reviewing it, I have to talk about what happened because this is hilarious to me. This goes to show exactly where Disney has their mindset when it comes to Star Wars, or even Marvel, where Marvel has their mindset when it comes to their IPs as well. But yeah, we're talking about Disney Star Wars here, and it is terrible. So apparently now Lizzo is in Disney Star Wars and with Jack Black. Oh my god. Wow. I feel really bad for everybody who's watching The Mandalorian season 3. You guys, I know a lot of you were talking about initially how it was pretty good in the first couple of episodes, and now you know how I felt when it came to The Last of Us, where I felt kind of bait and switched. This is exactly what's happening with this particular episode. And they're going to claim fat phobia, they're going to claim racism, they're going to claim whatever they want to claim, but this scene looks awfully familiar to what happened in The Rings of Power when it came to Durin and Princess Disa. It almost looked exactly the same. So let's see what this article has to say. Apparently, The Mandalorian episode 6, which features Lizzo and Jack Black, is the worst rated episode of the entire series. Is anybody surprised by that? I am not in the slightest. It says the latest season of The Mandalorian is not only seeing viewers tune out of the show in mass, but viewers who do happen to continue to slog through each episode are giving the series some of its worst ratings yet, with the most recent episode featuring Lizzo and Jack Black currently holding the crown for the worst reviewed episode. The Mandalorian Chapter 22 Guns for Hire currently has a mediocre 6.8 audience score on IMDb. Not only is this score the worst of this season, it is the worst rating for the entire series. This latest episode unseated Chapter 19, The Convert, that was previously the lowest rated episode with a 7.1 rating on IMDb. The Season 3 premiere, Chapter 17, The Apostate, was previously tied with Chapter 5, The Gunslinger, for the worst rated episode with a 7.5. So, I mean, Season 3 is seeing some pretty strong bombs, right? So, I don't think a 7 is inherently a bad score, okay? I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I don't think a 7 is a bad score. I think it stands where it stands, which is slightly above average. But when it comes to Disney Star Wars, just the fact that they introduced Lizzo in the way that they did, according to what I read, is hilarious to me. And I just think it's funny that they really think that Lizzo is going to somehow draw people in to want to watch The Mandalorian. Like, why are we trying to make Lizzo into an actress? Like, why is that even a thing? She couldn't even sing. She gets literally made into a superstar because she is massively overweight, and people are trying to celebrate her fatness, and ultimately it's going to lead to her early death anyway, so she won't be around too long to celebrate it. But why are we now all of a sudden trying to make this massive creature into an actress? It just doesn't make any sense to me. It says, with just 6 episodes released so far in the current season, 3 of them are the worst reviewed of the entire series. Chapter 20, The Foundling, also received a subpar 7.8 score, which is the 6th worst episode of the entire series, with Chapter 4, Sanctuary, slipping in between it and The Gunslinger. I really, honestly, now I'm thinking about it, I really wish I did review this damn TV show, because I could have been getting some crazy views right now. I could have been getting like Velma level views right now, especially after this episode. Season 2's Chapter 10, The Passenger, also received a 7.8. Guys, if you guys are still watching this video, please consider giving this video a like to help me fight the YouTube algorithm and the suppression that I'm facing every single day. I would greatly appreciate it. It says not just users on IMDb giving The Mandalorian its worst review ever. On Rotten Tomatoes, the audience score slipped from Season 1 posting an audience score of 92 and Season 2 receiving an audience score of 91. All right, come on. Like, that's one point, guys. Like, I'm not Season 1 and Season 2 getting a 1 point slip. I'm not going to hold that against the show. However, in contrast, Season 3 has an abysmal 65% audience score. Now that is bad. And that goes to show more of a story because, listen, Star Wars fans are very vocal, right? They've been vocal ever since the whole new trilogy that has come out with Rey and whatnot. And I can't blame them, okay? That was such a terrible trilogy and it completely destroyed a lot of things that people loved about Star Wars. So, of course, people are going to be very vocal about it. And now that you've introduced Lizzo and Jack Black into to Star. I can't even say it without laughing because it's something that you just can't take shit seriously. There's no way saw Lizzo and didn't laugh. I'm sorry. If you watched The Mandalorian and saw Lizzo, I know you laughed. Don't lie to me. I know you did. As mentioned above, these declining user scores on both IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes coincide with a drop in people actually watching the show as well. Nielsen recently reported during the week of season 3 premiere, the entire series only pulled in 823 million minutes viewed. In contrast, the week of season 2 premiere, Nielsen reported the series raked in over 1 billion minutes viewed. And I made a video talking about that, how it actually is a massive difference in terms of viewership, because when you guys take that number and then you factor in that Nielsen counts the views for the first 2 seasons into the third one when it's reporting on the third one, yes, there are people that are going to be binge watching this particular show to maybe catch up or have a new understanding of what's going to happen before season 3. There are plenty of people that are binge watching it before that episode actually aired. So yes, they did count those binge watching minutes into the season 3 premiere, and that's why those numbers were bolstered. And even when they're bolstered, they still only hit 800 million minutes viewed, even with that being factored in. So you got to imagine the real number is probably a couple 100 million under what the season 3 number is reporting. So ultimately, man, I feel for you guys. I feel for everybody who's trying to keep Star Wars alive. I understand why you guys are doing it. Trust me, I really, 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 really do. But this is where you're at, man. This is where you're at with Disney Star Wars. You are with lard-ass Lizzo and Grogu. That is essentially what they want you to be excited about. These two figures right here. And again, don't lie to me and tell me when you saw Lizzo show up on screen that you weren't laughing your ass off, especially when she's holding the Walmart toy that's going to get returned after the entire show is over. You know this is a damn toy. You know you laughed at Lizzo. Don't lie to me. But again, I feel for you guys. I feel for you guys who are trying to keep Star Wars alive. I understand why you're trying to keep Star Wars alive. Obviously, you have a lot of memories with Star Wars, and I did too, but I had to let it go. And maybe in the future, I might review it just because I want to be able to get the views from this nonsense. I'm not lying to you because there's a lot of people benefiting right now from Lizzo and Jack Black being in this episode because people are going off on this episode, and rightfully so. It deserves all criticism imaginable, and I can't wait to see the articles that they're going to come out with trying to defend this particular episode. And I'm telling you, they're going to call you racist, they're going to call you fatphobic, they're going to call you a bunch of names. It's coming. And watch, mark my words, guys. Those articles are coming, and you're damn sure that I'm going to report on them when they do release. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy, and if you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.